From our reading from Matthew's Gospel. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. What's different on the first day of our lockdown easing? You can get a haircut, you can go to the pub, and church will not yet, but soon. Imagine a night out in the town after being spruced up. Now, whilst this might not be the choice for most of us, what does make a difference is being able to be with friends. It provides for intimacy. Most commonly, our souls find rest with other people. So some may be out tonight celebrating, regaining their freedom to have a drink, but many more will ease themselves slowly back into seeing others and add back that dimension of our relationships with others which has been missing, that dimension that comes with physical proximity. Knowing this, that we find rest for our souls in other people, Abraham sent his servant Eliezer to find a suitable partner for his son Isaac, so that Isaac would find comfort in a life partner. You'll remember that when we talked about Jesus' conversation with the Samaritan woman at the well a few months back now, I talked about the watering hole as being a place to find eligible partners. Well, Abraham's most senior servant knows this. You'll note the familiarity of the request he makes for a drink of water, with Rebecca then offering to water the servant's camels. Fortunately, Eliezer seems to have found a wanted bride for Isaac, but there were two parts to his quest. Abraham's servant first sets a test which relates to character, his request for a drink of water, to see whether Rebecca will be generous or not. Whilst in the UK today we don't usually embark on a test of character to choose a spouse, it might make sense to do some testing out of someone who's going to be a life partner. But notice the difference. For Abraham's servant, this is about being pragmatic for finding a good match. When Rebecca and Isaac meet, by contrast, there's a whole other dynamic, perhaps appropriately captured in our canticle today from the Song of Solomon. If you want to constantly test our partner, this will tend to undermine love. So we're looking at a contrast between testing out with a series of pragmatic tests and the vulnerability that comes with commitment and a relationship. The difference between the impact of the two is highlighted in our gospel. Jesus is asked, or really recounts being asked to dance, being asked to sing, and he doesn't engage with people when they ask him to do that. And the end of the passage, he invites people to take his yoke upon him. It's an invitation to intimacy. So Jesus invites us to intimate relationship. He calls out those who want to test him. He invites us to vulnerability, to being open to be taken to somewhere that we hadn't expected to go. This is familiar to us. Those who are married don't know where the relationship will take them when they start out. But with the comfort of a partner, being able to accommodate, to change circumstances, two people travel together. The same is true with vocation. You set out on a particular pathway, guided by God, and you don't know where that pathway is going to lead you. The same is true with the church community. We certainly weren't expecting COVID, and we've had to make a number of changes in response. But we've journeyed through this as a community together. Our commitment at St. Lawrence's is to journey together, because our commitment is to each other as we see Christ in this place at this time. Jesus points out that those who want him to perform, those who want evidence that he is who he says he is, they're not going to be satisfied. After all, even if Jesus did give them what they wanted, and what they wanted changed day by day, he wouldn't be giving them what they need by giving them what they want. Rather than performing to entertain, rather than seeking to pass our test, Jesus invites us to a relationship. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. So invite you to come to Christ, take his yoke upon you, and be ready to travel with him and with this community at St. Lawrence's. For he is gentle and humble in heart, and he leads us all to rest. Amen.